come with it, yeah. It's showtime, bring the whole gang through the back door. Full riders say good weed.
What's good, y'all? It's your girl Mila, coming at you with another episode of Girls with Bars, a podcast focused on women in hip-hop. And this episode is focused on girls from the Midwest. I did a poll on Twitter, and I wanted to see who y'all wanted to hear about next. Which girls y'all wanted to hear about? Girls from the Midwest, New York, or the West Coast. And so, y'all, actually, the girls from the Midwest and the girls from New York tied at 40%. But since I'm from the Midwest, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do the Midwest first because, you know, it be like that. So, I'm actually recording this episode again. I had already recorded it, like a couple days ago, but I'm recording it again because the vibe when I recorded it just wasn't how I wanted it to be. And so I'm just like, you know what, let me re-record it. And plus, like, since then, I just kind of been thinking about some more stuff that I wanted to talk about. So I'm going to start this episode off, with the one girl that's on my mind the most from the Midwest. Sorry if I'm making a lot of noise in the background, but, yeah. And that's Dreezy. Dreezy is from Chicago. Most of the girls that I'm going to be talking about today are from Chicago. I'm going to start off talking about Dreezy. Now, if you haven't heard of Dreezy, I don't know where you've been. She had her record Body that she did with Jeremiah in 2016, I want to say. That went platinum. That charted. That did pretty well. So she got a little bit of notoriety. She's a lovely girl, real cute, dark-skinned girl, very well put together, very stylish. I like her look. Most importantly, though, the girl has bars. She delivers very well, and I like the content, and I like the flow. I like the delivery. She signed to Interscope. She did a couple mixtapes. I think she did like 3 mixtapes before she got signed to Interscope in 2014. And then from there, you know, she started working on her first album. And what's the name of that album? Let me look it up. I'm a little ill prepared, but you know, it's cool. And I'm gonna feel stupid if it's the self-titled album, but I don't think it is. I just want to make sure. I don't want to lie. Yeah, no. The title of her first studio album was No Hard Feelings. And that was released in July of 2016. You know, she charted. She that album peaked at number 11 on the U.S. rap charts, and number 15 on the R&B charts, because she does sing too. But yeah, so what I was thinking about is earlier today about Dreezy is, as hard as she goes, you know, with the bars, and as talented as she is, I feel like Interscope could be doing a much better job pushing her. You know, I feel like they doing like, I feel like they really just doing like the bare minimum. Like, she's around, like, she's out here, you know, she's doing stuff, she's performing, she's, you know, out here, and she getting, you know, real lit artists to feature on her songs and shit like that, which I know is like partly because of her being signed. However, I just feel like I don't know, like I just feel like they not doing enough to kind of like help put her in like a position where she should be, like where she should be, in my opinion. You know, Interscope signed her in 2014. It's now 2018. I don't really see no reason why she should only have one record that didn't win platinum in like 3.5 years. That don't really make no sense to me. She got records with Jeremiah, which is Body, the one that, you know, went platinum. She got a record with Gucci Mane. She got a record with Kodak Black. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit too, because I don't really like that. But, you know. Oh, and her newest release with 2 Chainz, Second to None, which is dope. If you haven't heard that, go listen to it. It's a nice little joint. Go stream it or whatever and support her if you like her. Listen to it, stream it, you know, all of that good stuff. Because again, those streams and those views and shit like that, even if it don't put her on the charts, it's still helping to prove like we want to hear her. She's important. And that's the type of stuff that like, well, it should at least be the type of thing that, you know, kind of convinces the label to, you know, give her more resources and give her more opportunities and do whatever the hell they supposed to do. I'm not the one that work at the record label. It ain't my job. I'm the media. You know what I'm saying? I'm the listener. It's not my job to understand how they supposed to be helping her. But I feel like whatever it is they supposed to be doing, they need to be doing a better job of it. That's just my opinion. But yeah, overall, cool artist. I like her flow. I like her style. I think she's great. I just don't feel like she's getting her due. And I'm really putting that with the, like I said, with the label. Like, that don't make any sense to me. I don't like the fact that she did a song with Kodak Black. I know that the game is the game, the business is the business. However, you know, it's kind of like, this is somebody that, I don't know, like, from what I've heard of him, like, I've heard some of his music is not bad, but, you know, the things that he says and the things that he's been accused of, as when it comes to women, particularly black women, is just kind of like, if I was an artist, I would not want to work with somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not somebody I would want to be affiliated with. But, you know, like I said, the game is the game. You got to do what you got to do. If at the end of the day, like, you trying to sell records, you know, you trying to get streams and stuff like that, like, you going to work with the artist that's hot, even if that person is an asshole or whatever the case may be. Or, you know, like, she might just not care and just, you know, be like, well, he was never offensive to me, so whatever. I don't know what the situation is. Things ain't never just like what they appear to be. There's always more to whatever is going on than what anybody knows. So, like I said, I don't really like that she did that, but hey, there's people that do like that she did it. So it's like, you can't always please everybody. But, you know, that's my opinion on that particular record. But that doesn't deter me from, you know, wanting to support her. You know, it's kind of like a catch-22. I feel like, I don't like that you did that, but I'm still going to support you because I feel like my support for her is more important than me judging her for collaborating with him. If you got opinions on that, I would like to hear what y'all think about that. I really would. But next, I want to talk about Tink, naturally. She is also from the Chi. Tink is great. She sings, she raps. She's been in the game for quite a while. She's done like multiple mixtapes, and we're supposed to be getting an album from her this year. She signed to Timbaland's label. Tink is, first of all, Tink is the type of rapper that or the type of artist, I should say, that I listen to her when I'm like in my feelings, like compared to Dreezy. And when I say comparing them, it's not like one is better and one is worse, because I feel like they're both really talented. But like Dreezy is more like aggressive, and she's harder. Dreezy is harder than Tink is. Not better, but harder. Tink is like, she's more soft, you know what I'm saying? Like she will get on the track and like spit, like, and go like with the bars. She's not like too delicate to go hard. But like when I think about Tink and just like the entirety of her brand and the type of music that she puts out, it's like she's just less hard, and she just more like, I'm about to give it to you. I don't need to give it to you hard in order to give it to you straight and with quality. And I like that about her. I like that she like knows her lane. Tink, she definitely got a lane. She definitely has like a certain type of music, and you know, she does it well, but she also does like experiment, and you know, she don't like put out stuff that all sound the same. She knows her lane, but she knows how to like, you know, swerve within her lane and try new things so that it's still like refreshing and not boring. The last thing she put out was, I feel like it was a single. You have to just go on her SoundCloud, because she like regularly puts out, like, will release stuff on SoundCloud, just like little stuff, like little tracks or whatever. That's good. But I listen to her pretty regularly. She's the type of person, like, you can make a mix of her songs and like it'll go off, you know. Like I said, she makes good music for like when you mad at your nigga, or like when you just all lovey-dovey with him. Like it, like she make music where like she makes music that make you want to listen to it when you like in your feelings about a guy. But like I said, that's not all she does. She can also get on the track and like talk about real shit, you know, that's going on, you know, in her life or in the world, and she can deliver that as well. So yeah, Tink is cool. I like her a lot. I'm looking forward to her album, because the mixtapes are one thing, the singles are one thing, but it's like I want to hear a full-length studio album that's very cohesive and that like really shows her growth and development, and that like really shows like, this is who I am as an artist. Not this is my mixtape, not this is these singles on SoundCloud. No, like this is my album, and this is showcasing who I am as an artist. So yeah, Tink is cool. She's dope. Next artist I want to talk about is Noname. Another artist from Chicago. Noname is, she got known like from doing like slam poetry and stuff like that in Chicago. She's been featured on Chance the Rapper's tape. You know, she's definitely dope. She's really different. She's like the type that like, she got bars, but like she delivers it more like it's poetry. It's more like she gets on the track and like just like recites poetry. It's still rapping, because it's like, what is rap? Rap is rhythm and poetry, you know what I'm saying? Like, but she's just different. She kind of like when her sound is different, it's very chill. I'm sorry. I spaced out for a little while. But yeah, like the beats that she chooses are like just very melodic, very chill. She gets on there. She's a good storyteller. She can really set the scene of like, what she's talking about and really deliver it in a way that helps you picture what's going on and like kind of put you like in the setting that she's talking about. You know what I'm saying? She does that very well. Her look is just very serene. Like her whole vibe is just very serene. She's very much like soft pastel colors, natural hair, very simple when it comes to how she dresses. Kind of like a purist, you know what I'm saying? Like she's about like the content. Like this is the story that I want to tell you and I want you to relax and hear me. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe that I get from Noname. She's great. Really, really enjoy her. The full-length project that she put out, Telephone, came out in 2016. I listened to that. I liked it. She's the type of person that, like I said, I'll put her on like if I just want to like chill at home and just like journal and, you know, just like reflect and things like that. She's great though. And then lastly, I want to talk about Nisha Nashe. Nisha Nashe is from Flint. And she released a EP last November called Queenin'. She's cool. I remember my cousin told me about her like early last year, like in the summer of 2017. She had brought her up to me, and I remember listening to something that she did. I think I went on her like SoundCloud and I heard some of her stuff. It didn't really resonate with me personally, but it's not bad. I wanted to talk about her because even though it's not like my cup of tea, I still recognize that it's not bad. She has like a strong voice, a strong singing voice, and like she can get on the track and like flow and like deliver you some bars. I wouldn't say that she's a type that's gonna like really sit there and impress you with like lyrical content and like all of that type of stuff like that. However, she might do that in the future. She kind of like, and I don't know why I feel like so much apprehension in saying this. I guess because like I don't like to compare female artists to male artists and say like this person sounds like this, because I feel like that kind of takes away from the female artist. But I'm gonna say it anyway because this is my fucking podcast and I'm gonna say what the fuck I think. Her music reminds me of Future's music. Not content wise as much, because she's not getting on the track talking about popping pills and all of that. She's talking about, you know, what's important to her, you know, and, you know, being on her grind and, you know, like what it's like being in a relationship with a guy you can't trust and things like that, things of that nature. So she's definitely telling her own story, but her sound, like sonically, it sounds like what Future would sound like if he was like a young 20-something-year-old girl from Detroit. Like, I mean, that's how it sounds to me, because she's doing the auto-tune, she's doing the, like, you know, I mean, you know, she's not the only person doing it. It's not like, you know, it's plenty of people doing that, but like, to me, that's what she sounds like. And I like Future's music, so it's like I said, her stuff doesn't sound bad to me or anything like that. It's just like, it just doesn't like capture me, you know, like the way that the other girls have like kind of like grabbed my attention, be like, oh yeah, like this is something that I like. It doesn't have no replay value to me. However, like I do feel like it's good to be aware of her. She can easily, I can easily see her putting out something that I would enjoy. if you like Dej Loaf, I feel like you'll like her. I mean, I'm not that much of a fan of Dej Loaf either. Like I said, I don't dislike her, but it's just like, it's not my, it ain't my thing. However, but she got a couple songs that I do like that, I rock with. And ironically, it's like the only song that I really like by Dej Loaf is the one she did with Future, honestly, to be completely honest. It's like, I do like that sound, but I don't know. I guess it has to be done a certain way for me to like really just be into it, because it's not my personal cup of tea, but it's not impossible for me to like it under the right circumstances. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode. It's going to be pretty short. I talked about Cash Doll and Molly Brazy and Rocky Bad, on the first episode that I did. I didn't feel the need to go into detail talking about them on this episode because I already mentioned them on the first one. But I'm going to mention them briefly on this episode because they are from the Midwest and they're from my city. They're from Detroit. So it's only right that I bring them up and shout them out whenever I can. Rocky has something. She has a song that she released relatively recently. I think like a week or two ago. I think it's called Lick My Chopper. If you like, girls that talk about guns and stuff like that, go check that out. Molly has new music on the way. She got like a video, I think, that's fairly new. And then she recently collaborated with Trina and to do like a remix of Nan. So that's gonna be dropping soon too. I don't know what Cash Doll got up her sleeve as far as music, but it's safe to say we can be expecting some new music from her soon as well. So go check them out. And yeah, so this has been my episode for the girls from the Midwest. And next week, I'm going to be talking about the girls from New York. And that one I think is going to be a little bit longer because it's a lot of girls from New York that I like and that I want to talk about and that I want to cover. So, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. If y'all got any comments about any of the artists that I mentioned, let me know. Let me know how y'all feel. Anyway, this is Mila signing off. Peace.